Once upon a time in the ancient land of Nineveh, there lived a man named Jonah. Jonah was a prophet, devoted but stubborn, often preferring his own judgment over divine instructions. One day, Jonah received a vision from God, instructing him to go to the city of Nineveh and deliver a message of repentance. Nineveh was known for its wicked ways, and Jonah feared and detested the city. Instead of obeying the divine command, Jonah decided to flee. He boarded a ship heading to Tarshish, distant from Nineveh, hoping to escape the destiny ordained for him. As Jonah sailed further from his mission, God sent a mighty storm. The wind howled, and the seas raged in fury, threatening to rend the ship asunder. The sailors, terrified and desperate, called upon their gods for salvation, yet nothing availed. Realizing the uniqueness of the storm, they suspected someone on board was to blame. They cast lots to determine the culprit, and the lot fell upon Jonah. Understanding he could not escape his divine fate, Jonah confessed to the sailors. "I am a Hebrew," he said wretchedly. "I worship the Lord, the God of heaven who made the sea and the dry land. It is because of me that this storm has come upon you." Jonah urged them to throw him into the sea, resigning himself to his fate. Reluctantly, and with great sadness, the sailors complied. They threw Jonah overboard, and immediately the sea grew calm. In the depths of the ocean, a great whale, commanded by divine will, swallowed Jonah whole. Inside the belly of the beast, Jonah found himself in darkness, surrounded by mysteries of the deep. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah lived inside the whale, subsisting on his thoughts and prayers. He repented for his stubbornness and vowed to fulfill God's command should he be granted deliverance. Moved by Jonah's plight and his sincere repentance, God commanded the whale to deposit Jonah safely onto dry land. With a great heave, the whale did his bid, and Jonah was liberated at last. Humbled and full of purpose, Jonah traveled to Nineveh. Upon arriving, Jonah proclaimed the warning God had entrusted to him, that Nineveh would be overturned in 40 days unless they turned from their evil ways. To his astonishment, the people of Nineveh listened. They believed his message, donning sackcloth and fasting in earnest repentance. The king of Nineveh decreed that all, even the livestock, should humble themselves before the God of Jonah. Seeing their genuine remorse, God had compassion and chose not to bring upon them the destruction he had warned of. Jonah, however, was beset with confusion and anger. How could God spare such a city renowned for its wickedness? He retreated outside the city in frustration, building a shelter as he watched, hoping for divine retribution. In response, God caused a leafy plant to grow over Jonah, providing him shade and easing his discomfort. But overnight, God sent a worm to wither the plant, leaving Jonah exposed to the sweltering heat. As Jonah lamented the loss of the plant, God spoke to him, revealing a lesson. "You grieve for a plant for which you didn't labor, which came into being in a night and perished in a night."